Hello, welcome to AP Calculus Open House. My name is Rebecca Rivan, and you notice the asterisk next to 2020. I feel like everything with 2020 is going to have an asterisk. I'd like to take a minute to explain the difference between AB and BC. They're both advanced placement calculus. AB calculus, when you pass the AB calculus exam, you earn 1 semester of college credit. And when you pass the BC exam, you earn 2. If you think about the entire college course as having 3 parts, A, B, and C, AB covers the first two-thirds, thus AB, but BC covers all the parts. We assume the A because it sounds really silly to say you're taking calculus ABC. So we just say BC. Like I said, my name is Rebecca Rivan. I am a veteran calculus teacher. This is my 26th year at Lyons Township High School. I am also a tech coach, so I've been very busy this fall. I live in LaGrange, have for almost 10 years. My son, Aiden, will be a 4th grader at Ogden. You can email me, that is the best way to communicate. My rrivan@lths.net. The best way to pronounce my name is to think about the R not being there, so it's Rivan, rhymes with Ivan. My interests are reading and cooking. I've been doing the basket of food box from the LaGrange farmers market this summer, and it's been amazing. First of all, it's from Michigan, and all food from Michigan is amazing. And I've been challenged to cook a lot of fruit and cook a lot of vegetables and bake a lot of fruit. It's been fun. I would say my #1 skill is my patience. But I also tell you that in this remote setting, the reason I can normally be patient is I see the feedback that my students are giving me. And if I need to slow down or do something, I do it right away. Right now, I'm having trouble. Students are not brave enough to always give me feedback, so we are working on that. I graduated from West Chicago High School in 1988. So if you can do the math, I turned 50 this year. Then I went to Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois, and played basketball there. And then I got my master's degree in math education from University of DePaul. All right, I'm considering what we are doing this year as a flipped classroom. Flipped classroom means what normally happens inside the classroom is now happening outside. So I'm considering them asynchronous activities. So students for every new concept will watch a video. The video that I have made that corresponds to the notes that they fill out. Everybody so far has picked one up. They need a hard copy of the notes. I don't have a printer, so if you are like me, please let me know. I've put packets at school for students to pick up. I'm willing to work with you because I understand. I just don't know another way for us to accomplish what I want without notes. Then they are submitting images of their notes to Canvas. And then they are practicing on Delta Math, which they will submit to Canvas. If you haven't gone on, I would like Canvas to be our hub. Every day they go there. That's where the Zoom links are. That's where they can communicate with me. They can email me through Canvas or through regular Gmail. So that's a way to communicate. Delta Math, which I'll show you right now, looks like this. Students would see assignments like this. And it looks like they haven't completed anything, and it's because I am setting the due date into December. I want them to have access to these activities, this practice, the whole year. So in the list of upcoming are many things. They know it's due because of Canvas. The reason I am embedding this into Canvas is so that it goes onto their to-do list. So every new concept, sometimes there's 1 per day, sometimes we're averaging about 4 per week, I will put it that way. They will have to do 3 things: watch a video, submit the notes, and tell me that they practiced on Delta Math. Because Delta Math and Canvas don't integrate, I've created the simplest quiz they'll ever take. And the right answer is yes. And the question is, did you complete your Delta Math assignment? Delta Math is based on mastery learning. So the questions are based, if you need to get 3 correct in a row, you might need 3 problems to get 3 correct. If you need 6 attempts, then that's fine. I want them to keep working at it, and most of them have. To communicate with me, email is #1. Then I've provided an exit slip link, and I would like a non-threatening way of checking on how they're feeling about the class. Are they feeling overwhelmed? Sorry, the 1 is the overwhelmed, and the 4 is just fine. I'm keeping tabs on this. If we get a bunch of 1s and 2s, and this is an ongoing survey, so I don't have 59 students in the class, this is them showing me that they're feeling overwhelmed or not. So encourage them to do that because I look at those. And finally, we have Vita Plena time, so they could schedule that with me. Sorry, no, that's okay. Here are the synchronous activities that we'll be doing, obviously at the same time, a Zoom meeting. And I start with Q&A. They can use the chat. They're getting more comfortable opening up their mics and talking to me. Every day they're in breakout groups, and I'm keeping the breakout groups the same for at least the first 2 units. I ask the students for their input. Give me 2 students on the class list you'd be comfortable with, and I was able to honor almost all those requests. Another thing we're doing is a Desmos activity, and I'd like to model this for you. This can be done in real time. And here was my favorite slide. So there's questions, and the students can draw and tell me, sketch something that relates to their life. And so I was getting them used to drawing a graph, but they got to do something fun. They also got to sort their cards with activities into scary or fun. So it was scary for almost everybody to get called on without warning or dancing in public. And they got to defend whether they thought a hot dog was a sandwich or not. So it was just kind of fun, but this is a program that I'm using called Desmos, to watch, and it's synchronous, so I can see all of the students at the same time, where they are in the activity. Helps me gauge my time management. Okay, let me go back, sorry. Paired Deck is embedded in a Google Slides and Edpuzzle. I want to speak on that. My videos are embedded into Edpuzzle, which allows me to insert questions that check for their understanding. So if you see a grade in Canvas for a video and it's a 0, it doesn't mean they didn't watch the video. It means they didn't understand, and I'm using that as feedback to know what topics I should go deeper into. Okay, that's what everybody wants to know about assessments. I've tried to really calmly answer your students' questions as many times on this as I could, because I know how important this is to them, and what we're doing now is much different than what we did in the spring. So formative, there's already a formative grade in the grade book. It's a letter in Infinite Campus with a comment. It is weighted 0, but as I tell the students, it is invaluable. It's going to tell us, you and me and them, how they're doing in the unit. But a summative is going to go in as a percentage grade in Infinite Campus. I plan to weight all the units equally. AB will have 6 units. We did not assess on unit 1, so they will have 5 units graded. BC will have 6 units graded. I will allow retakes as long as all the materials that I've spoke about on Canvas are submitted. So if they've done the work and they still didn't master it, I will give you another opportunity to show me that you've learned the work, learned the concepts. Finally, I'd like to end for the AP test, share my statistics. Again, an asterisk for 2020. I had far more than 49 students. Several students chose not to take the AP exam. Quite a few students chose to take the AB exam rather than the BC, but I'm very pleased to say 92% of my students passed the AP exam last spring and got college credit. And I believe the same can be true for your students, so I'm looking forward to teaching them and sharing with them my love of calculus. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.